Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Joey Plays and Build, and today we are back in Prehistoric Adventure Jurassic Park, my playthrough of the game that I have here. So this is episode 3, and today we're going to go to the Predators of Jurassic. Now, just to remind you guys, I am not done with the park, so there's going to be some polishing up, but that's where you guys come in and put some inputs of what you guys think that I should add in to this park. Now, we are back in the entrance, and I finally add the Brachiosaurus. So, look at the herd of Brachiosaurus. I also make this an attraction. I added a hotel here, and it's also in a walk-in exhibit. Now, as much as I want to show you guys or want to go inside there, it is not quite done yet. So, this is going to be a sneak peek, a little glimpse, but it's just like how I vision in the first episode where you come into the park and you just see these beautiful creatures up close. Again, just hype up the mood, and I am very hyped up right now. So yeah, we'll go into the main plaza. I believe, I still don't know what to call this main plaza. Let's call it the main plaza. And I did some changes here as well. I added a monorail. I think it is time that my park is getting really, really big. We need to have some transportation here. And again, to to not have enough lag in the game, I think it is beneficial to have transportation such as a monorail, just so that way it will spread out the guest. It's not done. None of this is finished because I have not even completed yet. But for right now, I have a lot of people here, and it doesn't seem like we have any lag, which is good. Hopefully, we do get. Hopefully, when the park starts to progress, we're going to have more transportation. I really want some sort of bus tour, just going around into the park. I felt like that's realistic. You see that in amusement parks here and there. Anyway, we're in the food court right now, and I also added an exhibit here. We have ourselves a Struthiomimus. Now this is from in a food court, and here's where the seating areas here. I always like to think of the Struthiomimus as the flamingos of the game. So there's a bunch of variety of colors, and just like, whoa, that was loud. Who was that? And just like the flamingos in zoos, they kind of mismatch some of the species of flamingos. You have like the African flamingos along with the American flamingos. Hello, buddy. And the Colombian flamingos. So you see a variety of colors here, and you will think a variety of species of Struthiomimus. And that's how I differentiate the dinosaurs here, is with the colors. Kind of make it like a little subspecies of them. Anyways, we'll see more of Struthiomimus later. Here is the Jurassic area, and this is where I'm going to pit some of the famous Jurassic period dinosaurs, and we're going to see the predators of Jurassic. I would love to have signs, but as you may not know, we don't have any custom signs. But we have the Jurassic Predators of Jurassic sign and the Jurassic Tour, which the Jurassic Tour is going to be, hopefully in the future, we'll get that set up. So we go down here, and we get another better view of the Struthiomimus, the flamingos of the Jurassic Park. Here's another view right here. I really like these bamboo sticks right here. This is also an alternative fences. Again, just experiment some of the items that we have in the game. These are very cool because we don't have any natural like zoo fences or barricades or barriers. We have these, the electrical fence, which they're good, but they don't look visually appealing. So I just use like rocks or fences. Platters works as well. And here's our flamingos. Can I go inside? Can I walk? Ah, I can't walk in there. Well, that's why we have camera mode. All right, let's go see our Struth. I think I have like 30 of them. They're all random colors. Again, just like the flamingos in zoos, they kind of mission mash varieties of flamingos. And the flamingos are very common in zoos as well. I think that's like the entrance animal into the park. Even though the Struthiomimus aren't the entrance dinosaur, that's the Brachiosaurus. I felt like people would go into the food court, right? Especially they come in like in the middle of the day, driving or in this case in a plane ride just to get into this island. They're probably getting hungry and starving. So most likely their first dinosaur is going to see the Struthiomimus. And it makes sense because if you play in the first Jurassic Park evolution game, the Struthiomimus is your first dinosaur. Oh, this is a bland color. I don't like this one. Yeah, you're a boring one. I'm sorry, dude. This one is the one I like. I really love the blue in this one, this dark blue color. I think this is the tropical skin pattern. Oh, you're the blank one. I don't like that either. I like some patterns in it. Are you guys the same pattern? Okay, this one's pretty unique. Has like a black stripe across its body. Look at the noises. Just like flamingos too, you hear like noises of flamingos. Like each zoo that you go, even though you're like distance away from the flamingos, you could hear them. They're that loud. And the Struthiomimus are just like that. They're so loud. You could hear the Struthiomimus all the way from the other side of the park. You know that there's a Struthiomimus here. Now, one thing I'm disappointed is their skin pattern. You will expect the Struthiomimus to be more vibrant in color, but for right now, their colors are they're okay. They're not as good. But I would think like we'll have some darkish red, some pinkish color, some green. We have some green over here. The blue is pretty cool, but I would think like some velvet colors of these guys, some burgundy, you know. And someone did mention that hopefully one day we'll get some feathered variant. That will be cool. Now they will look like flamingos if they have like feathers. And that's the habitat, plain and simple. I tried not to use as much foliage, but I have like 30s of these guys and I try to satisfy their needs. So it does feel like it's a little bit of jungly, even though my intent is to show these flamingos as much as possible. Flamingos, I'm sorry, Struthiomimus. And yeah, I have 30 of them and it doesn't seem like it's 30. I feel like the habitat's way too big. Knowing the flamingos in zoos, they don't really have a big habitat if you guys notice. But they seem happy, I think. I don't know, flamingos don't move a lot. That's one thing. All they do is just they chill, they sleep and they eat. And just like flamingos, you would think that these type of birds with their vibrant colors probably from the food that they eat too. We'll just use our imaginations of how they get those vibrant colors. Anyways, that is the Struthiomimus. And this part right here isn't done yet. I have the Jeep tour ready, so maybe, I don't know, I need some ideas to see how it's gonna go. But we'll go into the main event. Okay, so we were back in first person, and right over here is the predators of the Jurassic. I have 6 species of carnivores here, and one goal that I want in here is to feel like it's a dense jungle. So once you come in, you'll be covered in trees, like there's hardly any sky. I love this part right here. Hardly any sky because I wanted to feel like a dense jungle. One of the best foliage to use here is the Mediterranean tree, large tree number 2, because it's so tall and it's so wide. It covers so much. So it does feel like you're in a dense jungle. And I feel like it works. It does its job. Anyways, we're going to our first Jurassic, and if you see the signs, yep, we have some Dilophosaurus. We also have some Proceratosaurus. The Proceratosaurus are right over there. You could hardly see them. And on your right is the Dilophosaurus right over there. And since the view is horrible, we'll go back to capture mode. We'll showcase the Proceratosaurus first. Again, just like the Monolophosaurus, I don't see a lot of these guys in their parks. And it's a pretty shame because they're well designed in my opinion, very underrated. And when you put in, carnivores list, they're not really on the top of everybody's list, which is kind of a shame too. I feel like these guys are well designed. They have one of the best skin patterns as well. And I want more of these small medium carnivores in the game where there's a lack of them here. But yeah, Proceratosaurus, one of our Jurassic deadliest. Environment is not that, yeah, it's not that impressive. I kind of like mishmash some of the trees. What is this? This is the alpine trees. I really like the alpine trees. Look at that. It kind of drips into the branch and foliage. You can make some swamp environment. Some of the Mediterranean I think this is the Mediterranean trees I was talking. No, that wasn't. The large Mediterranean tree number 2 is really good to kind of like spread out of the environment a little bit. Yeah, not a lot of people have them in the park. I really do love them. Their arms are not pronate. See, that's actual accurate type of arms. Unlike the other dinosaur. What was it? I totally forgot what was the other dinosaur. Was it a Monolophosaurus? No, the Herrerasaurus have those weird arms. Let's see the Dilophosaurus. Do they have it? Yeah, see, the Dilophosaurus has it. I hate it. It bothers me. But, that's what dinosaurs were depicted at the time, so I kind of understand why. This is the Dominion Dilophosaurus, by the way. Yeah, and just like the Proceratosaurus, using only the Mediterranean trees and the taiga. Oh, and also the tropical trees. I really love these trees. The elevation, kind of, again, you will see this a lot in big cats in zoos. They elevate the landscape so that way you get a better view, but also that way the predators would not like jump and try to jump over the fence. Oh, what the hey? I didn't notice I made that little gap here. I try to make it the same, like symmetrical, but knowing if you play the game without using mods or whatever, it's really hard to add one of these brick walls. I really love these brick walls, but they're also a pain because they have this huge hitbox, and it does ruin your terrain. And I think it was like that. I don't know. I felt like I got too lazy. These planters are by far the best at putting barricades. The only problem is that it does, when you go to first person, it kind of negates the view since they're really huge and people are very small in this game. So you get what you get here. But I really hope we get some small decorations because some of these decorations are way too big, which they shouldn't be that big. Now that I look at it, it does really bother me that I have this huge empty space. Maybe I could add some benches here, or maybe just take out the barricaded. But I do like the double fencings, and this is something you see in zoos. It makes it more realistic. The double fencing, you have a barricade here, and then you have like some sort of garden or whatever, and then you have the actual fence. And that is more realistic, especially if you have a predator in an enclosure. But if there's a better viewing gallery here, so you could see the Dilophosaurus. But yeah, Proceratosaurus, Dilophosaurus, the smallest creature. Actually, Dilophosaurus are not that small. In the Jurassic Park, they're small, but the accurate, real Dilophosaurus, they're huge. They're huge. Okay, so we are going very deep into the Predator exhibit. And here we see the medium size. Again, I just love how the trees. I'm very proud of what I have done here. I'm not proud of this. What just happened here? What is this mess? Sometimes I don't know like what was my initial thought building sometimes. Wait, can you hear that? We have some big predators. Oh man, the bamboo sticks really stands out. Look at that. These are the tropical trees, number one, the small ones. Again, using some barrication, the three-layer barrications. And as you could tell, I don't use any fences, but these are a good substitute for fences. And the three-layer barrication, just like so that way the predators will not jump out and eat you. Yeah, the Metriacanthosaurus on this side. I think I only have two of these guys. And next door to them is the Ceratosaurus. I also forgot to mention that there is an upper level here, so we could go up here. So there's two different paths, but it does lead you into the right direction. So it really doesn't matter what path you take, you'll end up into the same area. So this is the upper view of seeing the Ceratosaurus. Again, with first person, you have to be very precise on your builds, and I think that's something that I need to work with is the environment, working with the environment, and this is just very poor planning on my partake. There's some Jurassic World builders who did excellent jobs of doing a very good view, but also doing this elevation and still have the vision to see the dinosaurs. This is not bad right here. It's just the upper level is just really bad. So yeah, the Ceratosaurus right over here, and then the Metriacanthosaurus. Okay, we'll go to camera mode just to showcase these guys. The enclosure seems a little bit small, but that's actually really big because they expand all the way to this side. So this whole area is their enclosure. Yeah, see, it's really big. It's just that right here in the background is just foliage. And I kind of do add more foliage in the back just to give them a little bit of privacy. Especially if dinosaurs are, they want their space. They don't want to be seen. I have two Ceratosaurus here. This is the default skin pattern. I have names for these guys. One of them is Cubone, based on the Pokemon, and the other one is Marrow. I should change the color so I could differentiate which is what. But yeah, so we have Cubone and Marrow. Ceratosaurus is a dinosaur that doesn't get a lot of appreciation, to me at least. A very cool predator. It's just to get overshadowed by the larger and meaner Allosaurus, which is a shame. I feel like the Ceratosaurus should have be appreciated more often. And these guys throughout my whole campaign, from the first to the second game, have no problem with these guys. There's one time when I was playing campaign mode, we had this huge storm. All the dinosaurs were trying to break out, especially the predators. Hold up. Gotta make sure if I'm recording. Okay, I am recording. Sorry about that. Because last time when I doing this video, I wasn't recording and I was just talking for like 50 minutes. But what was I saying? Yeah, so we had this. I had the storm in one of my campaign. All the dinosaurs were escaping. The Chasmosaurs were so annoying. I hate those dinosaurs because they keep escaping. The Ceratosaurus, on the other hand, even though they can escape, their fences were destroyed. They stay put. I just don't know why. And from that day on, the Ceratosaurus were my loyal dinosaurs. Always have no problem adding these dinosaurs into my park, especially playing campaign. Just love these guys. So yeah, so this is Cubone and Marrow. Then we go to the other side. Oh, I totally forgot the environment as well. So yeah, honestly, I didn't really spend much time with the enclosures as I did with the other parks. And again, just like them being a predators, they don't really need that much resources except for some forests and some rocks, but they're not as much as what the herbivores needed. But I'm using the, what is it? This is the taiga trees? These tall redwood trees. Very, very nice. Metriacanthosaurus, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but these guys are from Europe, right? If not, then I'm mistaken. I know Megalosaurus is from Europe. Look at the skin pattern here. Another underappreciated dinosaur from the Jurassic area, the Metriacanthosaurus. Very beautiful, very underrated. And out of all the predators that we have, I feel like this is one of the most accurate looking one. Has that derpy, sad little face. Feels very depressed. But their environment is really huge as well. It's just that the forest right in the back really kind of neglect all that. But it's really huge and again has a lot of room and space for them to hide if they don't want to be seen. We have two of them, have no name for them yet. Look at that skin pattern of this guy. Very, very lovely. If you guys wanted a skin pattern, just comment down below. I'm too lazy to look it up right now. I wish we could do it in capture mode, right? Can we? No, you can't do it in capture mode. But they should add it in capture mode. Look at this guy. Smelling. I have no idea what was he doing. I think he was just smelling the scent of whoever the people may be. Yeah, that skin pattern is really good. Very good choice in detail. Their little river right over here. And there's one thing that I wish the game would fix is the water formation. The waters are so annoying. You can't make actual rivers unless you really do take your time on it. But for small enclosures like this, it's really hard to add a nice looking stream across. The brush for the water is too big. They need to lower just for a little radius so we can make a small little nice stream. But yeah, so this is the Ceratosaurus and the Metriacanthosaurus. But the trail isn't done yet because once you go into the top, the tippity top, going all the way to the tippity top, we go into by far the biggest carnivore that we have in the game as of now. Oh, this is very wonky. I have to fix this. I don't like how there's a road across here. Hopefully one day I'll fix it. But we are in the King of the Jurassic exhibit. You already know who it is. Oh, this is a bad view, but there, right there, we have two of our Allosaurus, two different skin pattern. Of course, it's an Allosaurus. They have their own grand entrance here. We have the sign for the Allosaurus, a little educational sign right over here. I know this is a T-Rex skeleton, but we don't have any Allosaurus skeleton, so this is an Allosaurus skeleton. Yeah, they have all the love that they could have into their enclosure because it's the Allosaurus. So we have the Dominion skin pattern and we just have the default one. One of them is a female and a male. Obviously you could tell which is what. We'll go into capture mode. Here is the sky view of their enclosure. Okay, this is probably too small for the Allosaurus compared to the other carnivores. But yeah, so this is Marlena, our beautiful female, and her mate, the big rugged Hustle. That's his name, Hustle. And this is again the Dominion skin pattern. You can tell he's been quite a few battles lately. He is the alpha of the pack. No, it's not really a pack because there's only two of them, but You know what I mean. But yeah, so this is the environment here. It is pretty small if you think about it, but that is what it is. I do wish that the animals in this game kind of like chill and lay, because I just don't like it how they keep walking around. Like they're pacing back and forth, and that's one thing that I just don't like in zoos. Oh wow, never seen that animation before. Where the animals will pace around, and to me that really annoys me because it seems like they're stressed, they're frustrated, some whatever reason. But I could tell if an animal is very relaxed in their enclosures if they're just chilling in one spot, most likely their favorite spot, and they will just sleep, lay down, whatever. It's just, but seeing them walk around like that, it just annoys me. I just wish that they could just find their favorite spot and just relax there for hours and hours and end. Here's the enclosures here using the taiga trees most likely. And again, oh, I forgot to mention the Metriacanthosaurus. Well, the reason why I said they're in Europe is because these I know the Ceratosaurus are from North America. The Allosaurus are from North America. No, the Allosaurus is from Asia. Proceratosaurus is from South America, right? So I kind of want to place them into the environment, and you see taiga trees in North America, obviously, and Europe, obviously. You probably see them in Asia as well. But I kind of like have them in, in the real world, where you see them living once, not where the 65 million years ago, but in the modern world. So having these type of trees, I don't know. I feel like the Allosaurus really does fit in with the taiga environment. You notice there's a track over here because this is where going to be the Jeep tour. You'll just chug along over here and just boom over here. Now this is the wonky part. I need to fix that. I just don't know how to integrate in the moment. But hopefully once I find an idea, I could execute on that. But that isn't the end of the trail yet because we have one more predator I want to showcase. But before we get into the predator, let's go outside for a bit because I want to explain a few things. Now, this is the Megalosaurus exhibit. But the Megalosaurus in once generations and generations come to pass, the Megalosaurus has basically been lost to time, and the value of the dinosaur has been partly garnered by only the first ever dinosaur to be discovered. That's the only thing that it's known for. But there is a lot of history with the Megalosaurus, especially when it is discovered. It used to be a giant iguanodon bear, a quadruped. But once we discover more skeletons, more fossils of the dinosaurs, the appearance of the Megalosaurus has changed into a somewhat regular theropod. And yeah, quotations on regular because the Megalosaurus used to be very unique, but now it's been reduced into just a theropod, not just a normal regular theropod, and kind of get lost into the shuffle once we discover more unique dinosaur. And I kind of feel bad for the Megalosaurus because it is an important history in the paleontology that it is the first ever dinosaur to be discovered, but I don't want that to be the only title. There should be the history of it and how it's been discovered, this and that. So I made this huge entrance for the Megalosaurus. And here's the sign. Again, I want customizable signs, Frontier, please. Let's have customizable signs. But yeah, Megalosaurus, and then they'll have the description. Once we go inside, here is an educational booth. We have like the prehistoric, not the prehistoric, the depiction of the Megalosaurus back in the 1800s. We used to be a quadruped iguana bear, and then it become a regular theropod. And again, we don't have any fossils of the Megalosaurus, so this T-Rex would be a Megalosaurus. And yeah, so once you get educated by that, you go here and to the exhibit, and there it is, the Megalosaurus, the first ever dinosaur ever being discovered. And yeah, it's just a regular normal theropod. Okay, so we have three of them. I don't have names for these guys yet. I really want to add names for my dinosaurs. I want to get have a connection with them because when I was watching playthrough of Jurassic World Builders, they have names and you connect with the dinosaurs. I want that too. So yeah, so this is the environment. I kind of mishmash every foliage that I could find. We have the taiga trees over here. We have the desert cactus here. And yeah, so many different types of foliage. We have the ginkgo trees, which I really love. Yeah, just want to make it different, unique. Oh, of course, we have the sand, which is very, very unique. From the Allosaurus, I didn't want the exhibit to look the same. I want it to be different. So yeah, this is very different than the rest. We also have the Jurassic tour tracks over here, and I really like this because if once the tour has completed, you could see in both views of different type of dinosaurs. You see the Megalosaurus, and right in the bottom, if you have a good vision, you could see the Ceratosaurus. But we have three Megalosaurus, and again, just look at their design. Hello, buddies. They're looking at me with very intent. I think they just didn't like how I mentioned them as regular theropods. Oh wait, I have no idea what they're doing. Are they protecting their little guy? They're protecting their friend because he's sleeping. Is it? Is I don't know why I think that. But anyways, just look at them. They're just a regular theropod. And if you see, just type in Megalosaurus or type in um yeah, just type in Megalosaurus. It will just pop out. They look so different than they look like now. But the Megalosaurus just look like any other theropod, and the value of them has decreased. They aren't moving, and I'm actually a little bit nervous why. Seems like I'm here and they're looking. Maybe I'll just be in a far distance. They will move. Okay, they are moving. What was that about? What? I think they are like taking, you know what? Are special. Okay, I'm not in camera mode, but I noticed something. She is the alpha. I name her Clarice. She was the one sleeping before. And these two, I have no names, but I'm gonna go with the names. I have a feeling they're just protecting the alpha. Sorry, the alpha when she's sleeping. What? Is that a thing in the game? Please tell me that's a thing in the game. You have these guys, basically their bodyguards, protecting their alpha from what? From predators or from who? It's just amazing how they just stand by while the alpha is sleeping. I don't know why I'm getting so hyped up for that. Oh, sorry for the camera mark. Um, but yeah, well, I forgot what was I saying. Okay, so yeah, I named one Clarice. I forgot which one is Clarice. One of them is Clarice. But yeah, if you look up Megalosaurus in Google, they look completely different, and I think that's the uniqueness, the value of the dinosaur. Hold up, is this one's gonna take a nap? Are they gonna like look after this dinosaur? Okay, never mind. That was Clarice that was laying down, but she didn't took a snooze. I really want to know if that is a thing in the game. But yeah, so yeah, Megalosaurus totally different, but I want to keep that how important it is that Megalosaurus is for the dinosaur community. um, but yeah, the first ever dinosaur, but there's a history behind it, and want to keep that alive and well. Okay, so yeah, we have Megalosaurus here. We have Allosaurus right here. Right in we have Metriacanthosaurus, we have Ceratosaurus, we have Proceratosaurus, and Dilophosaurus. But hopefully, once we get more Jurassic predators, It's gonna expand more. I really wanted Torvosaurus. Honestly, I think Torvosaurus is the only carnivore that I want, and it's complete for me. The rest, if they add more carnivores, is just icing in the cake. I feel, but if they add Torvosaurus, the list of dinosaurs is complete. I am very satisfied because we have a lot already, and a lot of good ones. But that is what I have. This is the layout of the park. This is the Triassic Trails from episode 1, episode 2. This is Camp Cretaceous. None of them has changed as of yet, but maybe in the future we could do some changes. And right here is the Predators of the Jurassic. Next episode, I'm going to give you a sneak peek, and it's right over here. Yeah, right over here. And that is some sort of a safari track, kind of based this on San Francisco Zoo safari exhibit, which is really good. I did a shorts on that if you guys want to see it. But yeah, that is the layout of the park that I have so far. Okay, so we are back in the entrance, and yeah, that is the Predators of Jurassic. What you guys think? Again, I'm hoping I get your guys' inputs because I do want to change while I progress into the series. Right now, I'm really enjoying the park so far. I felt like it's getting much better than the first episode in my opinion. But yeah, I want to know what you guys think. What should I add? And please do leave a like, please. It really does help me out a ton. Look at that view right there. But yeah, like this is what we're going to showcase in the next episode. Anyways, I think this is it for me. I hope I don't forget anything it's important that I want to say. I should drop I should jot down notes next time. But yeah, so please do give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next prehistoric adventure. Thank you guys for watching.